Okay, so we are live.
Yeah.
Namaste everyone. This is Manoj Kumar Singh. I'm founder of Ruh-E-Mohabbat, and Ruh-E-Mohabbat is an international creative platform that gives opportunity to creative talents across the globe, as the name suggests. And today we are in the second episode of Creative Talks Season 3. And our guest today is Shifa Shaikh. And she's the author of a book, Fragments, that's collection of her poetry. And before we move ahead, I'll request Shifa to give a brief introduction about her.
Uh,
Shifa, please.
Hello, sir. Hello, everyone. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, Shifa.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Shifa, and I am the poet and published author, self-published author of book Fragments, which you can get it on Amazon. Uh, by the last of this session, we'll be providing you with the link and everything about the book. I am basically an master. I have done my master's in biotechnology. Apart from that, I love writing a lot. So it went up, and the book is here, a
Yeah.
poetry collection. Yeah,
Yes. Okay. So, Shifa, as you said, that you are a biotechnologist, right? Masters in biotechnology.
yes,
Before
I
we
have
go
recently
into the
completed my. Yeah,
Okay. So before we go into the education aspect and all,
yeah,
one thing that I would like to know, and even people who don't know the meaning of your name, Shifa.
Shifa.
Can you tell?
Okay,
Yeah, I have asked you
it is
before
an
also, right?
Arabic. Yeah. It is an
Yes.
Arabic word which means healing or cure. Shifa means healing or cure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who was the one who gave this name to you? Your mom, your dad, or your
My
grandparents?
grandmother. My
Okay.
grandmother. She loved
Okay.
this name. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, Shifa, let's start. How many people are there in your family?
I have a younger sister. We have a very small family, my mom, dad, and my younger sister and I. We have four members in our family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
but
recently you
recently
got
I got
married, right?
married. Yeah.
Uh,
Recently I got married. It's been 2 months since I got married. So
uh,
now the family is a bit big.
yes, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been writing before you finished your masters, right? And
Yeah, I've been
so tell
writing
me,
for, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Please continue.
Yeah, I've been writing for since 3 to 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
and
I published
what
my
prompted you
book.
to write? Yeah, what prompted you
Sorry.
to write? What prompted you to write?
Okay, so I am a very overthinking type of girl.
Okay.
So that led me to someone suggested me to write my thoughts out. So that led me to write. And it went into the poetry thing. And even I did not realize, okay, I'm doing this. Because to be very honest, I used to hate this thing, poetry, shairi, and all. I never
Uh-huh.
liked it. So one fine day I realized, okay, I can do this. So why not
Okay.
try? Yeah. So it was like that. So
Okay.
it
So,
just went practice karte, it went out.
okay. So it's like that you were writing to because you were overthinking, right? And
Yeah.
that writing turns out to be that you were writing in the poetry format, right?
Yeah. So आई थॉट
Wow.
कि वैसे भी लिख ही रहे हैं सो कुछ
Uh,
क्रिएटिव करते हैं व्हाई नॉट गिव इट अ चांस थोड़ा करना पड़ेगा बट लेट्स ट्राई इट आउट अगर होता है तो इट्स वेल एंड गुड तो फाइनली
huh.
ऐसा हो गया कि आई पब्लिश माय बुक
Okay.
या
So, tell us, when did you publish your book and what's the gist about the book? It's a collection of poetries written by you, but what are
यस
the most of the poetries that we can think of into that book?
सी आई पब्लिश्ड माय बुक इट्स बीन एन ईयर मतलब लास्ट ईयर आई पब्लिश्ड इट इन जुलाई मंथ
Hmm.
सॉरी जून इन जून 2022.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been an year. My book is live on Amazon, and See, when we think of poetry and shairi, what comes in our mind is love poetry, love shairi. Okay, this is
Hmm.
the typical thinking of anyone. If even today, if I tell someone ki yes, I write and I write poetry and all, so they give me a look. Okay, love poetry and all. बोला वैसा
Hmm.
नहीं. There are many categories in poetry. So my poetry is not kind of love poetry and all. It is most it is related to self love, self awareness. It's all about self. Means self love. Mostly you can see the poems if you read my book. So it's more poems are about self love,
Okay. So before
self
I ask,
discovery and all
yes,
that.
before I ask further, I'd like you to recite if you have some of your poems with you. I would like
Uh,
you to recite one for us so that gets us going.
okay, sure. I'll just go with it. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, I'll start it. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm letting you go. All of the noise within me to be free and less vibrant, to attract better. Now I'm falling for you, but in a healthy way. I'm loving the way you are showing me right directions, regardless your bleedings. And I think that's what self-love is supposed to be.
Hmm.
So this is one of them from my
Okay.
collection.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay. Great. So now tell me, why did you choose this topic, self-love?
Uh, because I think that is the important thing in a person's life. Self-love होना चाहिए.
हम्म. क्यों
And
होना चाहिए?
nowadays
क्यों होना
self
चाहिए?
love जो है उसका जो definition जो है वो बहुत गलत तरीके से लिया जा रहा है. Means
हम्म.
पार्टी करना या hang out करना, chill
हाँ.
out, binge watch and all
हाँ, तो
that. So
यंगर
I
जनरेशन
think
जो है,
that is not
आप
the
भी यंग हो. हाँ.
yeah I am yeah.
हाँ, आप यंगर जनरेशन जो है, आप भी यंग हो, आप भी उसी
Yeah,
जनरेशन के हो. वो
obviously.
सुनेगा तो दे विल थिंक कि व्हाट इज शी इज सेइंग, शी इज अगेंस्ट आर, ये हमारा
No,
स्टाइल है.
I am not against it. I am not against. वो एक escape aspect है जरूर कि
हम्म.
but जितना उसको इम्पोर्टेंस दिया जा रहा है उतना देना नहीं चाहिए.
ओके.
Because what I think it कि वो नहीं है. That is not the definition of self love. Self awareness नहीं होता है उससे. You're just
हम्म.
wasting the time hanging out with what you say is hanging. Self love मतलब some people say कि hanging out with friends and all that. Watching series, multiple Netflix, this and that.
हाँ.
So I don't think that is the right definition of self love or self awareness or anything. मतलब
तो ओटीटी वाले एंड नेटफ्लिक्स वाले ये सारे आपसे नाराज हो जाएंगे व्हेन यू आर सेइंग कि
नहीं
इट्स
ऐसा
वेस्ट
इट्स
ऑफ
नॉट
टाइम.
लाइक दैट. देखना नहीं चाहिए. मेरा स्टेटमेंट ये नहीं है कि देखना नहीं चाहिए. देखना चाहिए बट आप जो उसको कनेक्ट कर रहे हो इन चीजों से
हम्म.
वो कनेक्शन
हम्म.
वो जो है डेफिनेशन जो आप ले रहे हो उसकी वो गलत है. वो डेफिनेशन नहीं है. और
ओके.
ये एज में जो मतलब आई डोंट फाइंड इट राइट. दैट्स ऑल आई कैन से.
ओके. ओके.
बाकी
ठीक है.
सबका अपना पर्सपेक्टिव है, सबका अपना व्यू है बट मेरे व्यू में इट्स नॉट.
ठीक है.
या
Okay, so for you, creativity became a part of you as a self-expression, self-love, right?
यस.
Okay, and who all in your family supports you in your writing? या कभी किसी ने रोका हो, ये क्या लिखते हो तुम? Why do you write poetry? ये भी कोई काम है?
नहीं, फर्स्टली टू आंसर योर क्वेश्चन, मेरे घर में सब लोग सपोर्टिव है. इवन माय हस्बैंड ही इज वेरी सपोर्टिव. मेरी फैमिली में मेरे मॉम डैड माय सिस्टर एवरीवन इज सपोर्टिव, माय कजिन एंड ऑल दैट. तो
Okay,
वो एस्पेक्ट से मुझे कुछ इशू नहीं हुआ कि मैं लिखती हूँ या मैं पोस्ट करती हूँ एनीथिंग रिलेटेड टू दैट. एंड
okay.
द सेकंड क्वेश्चन, टू आंसर योर सेकंड क्वेश्चन कि व्हाई डू आई राइट,
Hmm.
तो इट सिंपली गिव्स मी हैप्पीनेस. दैट्स ऑल आई कैन से.
Okay, yeah, of
Yeah.
course. There can be a very short answer to a big question. Of course, it
या
gives you
एंड
happiness.
आई थिंक अगर हमको किसी चीज से खुशी मिलती है तो वी कैन डू इट. उस
Exactly,
इस रीजन के बाद में किसी को और मतलब कुछ और रीजन की जरूरत नहीं पड़नी चाहिए. दिस इज द बिग फैक्ट
exactly.
रीजन आई एम डूइंग समथिंग.
हाँ,
राइट.
exactly. Till it is not harming anyone and it gives
एंड
me happiness, वो होना चाहिए,
यस
right? Yes,
होना
of
चाहिए.
course. Okay, so what is your life philosophy?
लाइफ फिलोसॉफी.
Hmm.
Hmm. I need to think.
I love to do that.
Uh, think a lot.
I love to do that,
Oh,
and I
yeah, I
like
love to
to
do that
get.
thing.
And I like people to think when I ask them question. That opens
Yeah.
up the brain cells, right? So meanwhile, when
Yeah.
you are thinking, just before we were about to go live, I wrote few
Hmm.
lines on creativity. So while you are thinking, let me recite this small poem. Uh, so guys, थोड़ा सा मुझे भी झेल लीजिए, and it's
तो मैं आपके
called
पीछे recite. You mean कि I should recite your poem?
No, I'm reciting a poem. आप
Okay, okay.
think करें और मुझे बताएं what is your life philosophy. ठीक है,
Yeah.
मैं जब तक पोएम कंप्लीट करता हूँ, मैं जल्दी खत्म कर
Okay,
दूंगा,
okay.
10 to 20 सेकंड
Mm-hmm.
में खत्म हो जाएगा, उतने का ही
Okay.
आपके पास टाइम है. ठीक है. So guys, my poem is called creativity because we are creative talk Ruh Mohabbat creative platform है. So here it goes. When the mind and heart work in sync, it is creativity. When the
Yes.
soul finds its peace, it is creativity. When the love reaches its destiny, it is creativity. When the world sees the connection, it is connectivity. When the
Uh,
creator creates, it is creativity. Right?
nice, nice.
Yes, that's it.
So,
Because
do you also write poems and all that?
yes, of course, I do
Oh,
write poems,
wow, that's great.
and I have published books. I have got some anthologies also, and
MashaAllah, that's very
so
nice.
in my podcast also, I have my personal podcast, but it is not about me today. It is about you,
It's
Shifa.
about me.
Uh, yes, it's about you and your book.
Okay.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
about the fragments. And why do you call your book fragments? So पहले तो आंसर करें life philosophy and then fragments.
Okay.
Why did you title it fragments?
लाइफ फिलोसॉफी इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर आपको किस वे में चाहिए? I'm not getting it exactly.
So you give it in your style. What you understand about through my question. Life
Okay.
philosophy matlab how do you lead your life?
Spirituality.
Okay, you prefer to have a spiritual life, right?
I'm a very I believe it into spirituality. Peace.
Okay.
Um, that's it. Nothing
Okay.
much
No,
simple as reading.
no, no. It's good. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
और थोड़ा
it's okay.
क्रिएटिविटी है, पेंटिंग है, राइटिंग, थोड़ा वो चलता रहता है,
Okay.
थोड़ी
Good.
स्केचिंग है, बस यही सब चीजें हैं.
Okay. So
And
why did
obviously,
you
I forgot to tell you my career, biotechnology. I love my field a lot.
biotechnology,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
You are speaking to one of the biotechnologists also. So we are same pinch on that, right? We are
Yes,
from the
yes,
same
same
field.
field, same field.
Yes. So
Poet plus
what?
biotechnologist.
Yes, and you know that I have interviewed quite a lot of poets and authors
Okay.
who are actually
Mhm.
biotechnologists or from science background.
Oh,
And
is it?
often, yes, and often people say that people from science background or from research background are not creative. In fact, we are the most creative ones, I think so, right?
It's a
Uh,
false
so,
statement.
yes. So, okay, now why did you name your book Fragments?
Okay, so एक इंसान के you can say there are very different parts. मतलब in aspect of what you can say is personality wise.
Hmm.
A person can have multiple personalities and they can
Of
have
course.
different things at a same time at a same moment. A person can go from different things, multiple
Hmm.
things, like someone is going through depression or at a time उसको फेक करना पड़ रहा है, घर में कुछ है, या फिर a lot of things, you know what I mean.
Exactly.
तो
Hmm. Hmm.
इंसान की लाइफ फ्रैगमेंट्स में है. फ्रैगमेंट्स,
Exactly.
cluster of fragments makes a human being in
Exactly.
simple words. Yes. And
Clusters of
also
emotions.
fragments,
Yes.
uh, The word fragments, I got it from my field biotechnology. क्योंकि
Uh-huh.
ये वहाँ पे बहुत यूज होता है. You might be knowing
DNA
that
fragment.
fragments, but there's a lot of DNA fragments,
Yes, exactly.
RNA
I got
fragments,
it.
DNA fragments.
हाँ,
So
आपने
it was like
recombinant
कि
technology
चलो
लगा दिया
साइंस
वहाँ.
को पोएट्री में मिक्स करते हैं, we'll do it like that. थोड़ा कुछ अलग
हाँ
करते
हाँ.
हैं. So it was
Of
like that.
course. So it's probably like recombinant DNA technology में जैसे एक DNA इधर का लिया एक DNA उधर का लिया. You have
Yes.
put the fragments on about emotions, right, in the form
Yes.
of
Yes.
poetry.
Yeah.
Okay, that a person
Yeah.
goes through in a given time, right? There are
Hmm.
multiple emotions a person experiences,
Multiple
right?
emotions. A human being is going through multiple emotions at the same time, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So उसको manage
Exactly.
करना and all that. So it's all about emotions. My book is poetry. It's all about emotions, right? Expressing your emotions, your thinking.
Exactly. So
So
let's hear
that's
one
it.
more emotion from your book.
Okay, okay, we'll do it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So it goes like, I want to be there with you when there is no one to listen at dusk, till dawn, and maybe till little more. I want to hold you and selflessly attend you through the night. Now,
Hmm.
the ones who are listening this, जो मैंने अभी recite किया poem, they might be thinking कि यार this is written for someone or something. But
Exactly.
yeah, even you might be thinking it. But I'll describe
Uh,
you this thing. I
huh.
want to be
Please.
there with you. It means I want to be there with myself. It means, for
Okay.
example, you're talking with yourself. Okay, I want to be there with
Okay.
you when there is
Hmm.
no one to listen you at dusk. Dusk means morning. से पहले वाला part. It's called dusk.
Hmm.
So when
Hmm.
there's no one to listen to you, because
Hmm.
तभी सब there's no one to listen you until
Hmm.
dawn and maybe a little more. I want to
Hmm.
hold you. Means I want to hold myself and selflessly attend you through the night. मतलब at times हमको
Okay.
lonely feel होता है, मतलब there's no one to
Huh.
listen, some things are going, some situations are there in our life and all that.
Hmm.
So
Exactly. Okay.
that
So
was the description.
you are trying
Sure.
to say that when you are feeling lonely, when someone feels lonely, उनको इतना थोड़ा सा mindful, proactive होना चाहिए कि self love which you are talking about in your book, right, through poetry
Hmm.
format, that कि खुद के लिए रहो, right, when you are feeling lonely, depressed, stand for yourself, right?
Yes.
Listen to yourself, right?
Yes.
To your emotions, your feelings, and
Exactly.
don't judge yourself
Yeah.
at that
And do
time.
not avoid your feelings. The most thing
E-
most people do is they
Exactly.
avoid. If मतलब एक point आने तक they keep avoiding. अरे it's okay, it's normal. क्या करना है and all that. But
Hmm.
at some point they're like it's a big thing now. Now what to do? Now they don't have any
Hmm.
idea कि how to deal with it and means what to do of this. Like they have a big
Exactly.
question mark. So
Exactly.
start से ही
आप
if
खुद
it's a small thing we clear it out over there, so it doesn't
hmm.
go there to that point और वो एक बड़ा वो नहीं बनता है. It doesn't form a big
Exactly.
cluster. Yes.
एग्जैक्टली कई बार नेगेटिव इमोशंस जो हैं वो ओवर ड्यू कोर्स ऑफ टाइम दे एक्यूमुलेट एंड लास्ट में जाके एक ऐसा सिचुएशन होता है विच इज बियॉन्ड द कंट्रोल ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल, राइट?
Hmm. Recently, I
वेदर
read
इट्स
somewhere in a book. I actually I like reading books also. So I keep reading this self-love and spiritual books, ऐसे books. I keep reading. तो मैंने एक जगह पे पढ़ा था. It was like के pain needs to be felt. Okay. Uh, it doesn't go away until you haven't felt it. So what
एग्जैक्टली
people do is any kind of pain. Maybe it someone's death pain, a breakup, or a loss of job, a financial problem. So, and I felt that it was the statement. It is right. Okay, it need to be felt. And people nowadays, mostly in cities, they don't have time to feel this thing. They think, "Okay, chalo, let's avoid it." And the problem starts right over there. Hey, am I going right? Do you agree with my
Exactly,
this?
I do agree
Hmm.
with you, and in
Yeah.
fact, because I also have an NGO and we work with people with rare diseases and who are suffering, right, physically and
Yes.
through their health. often pain, physical pain, and let's say your
Hmm.
example is at the inner level, emotional level,
Hmm.
but at physical level also, many a times we will have people who are not
Hmm.
able to bear minimum pain, right? They pop in a paracetamol or any painkiller because they don't want to feel the pain because it makes them uncomfortable, right?
That's
It
the
goes
avoidance,
same.
na? Avoidance of pain.
Yes,
They
exactly.
don't
That's
have
what
the ability to tolerate it.
exactly, and that medicine may affect severely into their body. It may have side effects,
May it
and
be
whereas
physical
if
or may it be mental problem,
exactly, it goes same with the physical and emotional, and at times
emotional.
the emotional stress manifests into physical pain.
Exactly. But a lot of people don't know this thing. They think यार कुछ तो बोल रहे हैं, they're taking something, कुछ तो interlink
Huh.
कर रहे हैं. But this is the true thing. This is the fact कि emotional things lead to physical issues.
Hmm.
This is the thing.
Ex-
And this is the fact.
Exactly, exactly. It is fact, and hopefully you see this connection and you keep on working. और आपको कहीं पे ऐसा job opportunity या research opportunity मिले जहाँ पे where you are working with the emotion and their influence on our proteins और DNA के ऊपर जो है already people are doing work on it,
Yes,
but
yes, yes.
again
I am aware of
uh,
it.
yes, and that could be a great finding where we can prove कि आप अगर ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस में हैं या इमोशंस को आपने एक्युमुलेट करके रखा है ओवर द कोर्स ऑफ टाइम, तो आप अपने आप उस मशीनरी को, जो बॉडी की मशीनरी है जो आपको हेल्दी रख सकती है, आप उसको खराब कर रहे हो, राइट? सो दैट इज ऑल्सो ग्रेट एवेन्यू that is available
Yeah,
out there.
just to get you forward कि मैंने एक बुक में पढ़ा था कि the stress if someone is holding a stress and all that तो वो generation to generation भी pass करता है, it gets accumulated in the genes and DNA also.
Yes,
A
yes, in
lot
the
of
form
time
of
ago ये findings हुई है and this is मतलब ये research हुआ है और
hmm,
this is the fact कि you can pass it to your offsprings.
next
I mean,
generation. Yes,
the children,
next
next generation,
generation.
the next
Yes,
generation. So if
exactly.
you do not, what you can say, if you do not make it clear, if you do not
Ah,
solve that issue, you'll just pass and it will be problematic for your children.
exactly. And the next generation, the children after
Yes.
them, right?
And
So,
for this they gave the name of mood and all के बोलते ना कि यार ये तो बचपन से ही ऐसा है and ये है,
ah,
but उसके पीछे
hmm,
मैकेनिज्म ये है. And
hmm,
a lot of people
exactly.
don't know this thing, yes. कि ये
That
तो
is an
चिड़चिड़ा ही है. You
spiritual,
see ना ये,
yes,
this
spiritual and
this boy,
scientific
yes,
explanation.
this boy has
Exactly.
anger issues. But why does
Hmm,
he have anger issues? He has it since he is born. But why? Why?
hmm,
What was the
hmm,
reason? So
hmm.
it can be. The possibilities are there कि ये ऐसा हो कुछ.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
That is the possibility. So, how do you think we can solve it through creativity or writing?
Now, to answer your this question, writing cannot help everyone. ठीक है.
Hmm,
Now it did help me, but for
hmm,
some painting हो सकता है, for some it might be going to a job, for some it might be
hmm,
cooking, for some it might be cleaning house. So it depends on the person. It is
hmm.
totally subjective. So
Okay.
you need to discover it, right?
Okay, how it helped you then, writing? Because we are talking about writing and creative stuff here. So we'd like to know the
It
connection.
made me
Because
happy. मतलब writing it makes me happy and I'm free from the cluster. I have the
huh,
cluster. The cluster. If you have an overthinking nature, you know what I'm talking about. कि having a cluster in mind, cluster of thoughts without any reason and all that. So
hmm,
I feel free. I feel relaxed after writing. It gives me happiness. That's it.
hmm. Yes, it gives clarity. It
And
gives
I and
clarity.
yeah, yeah, it gives clarity also. And I enjoy. Most importantly, I enjoy the process of writing, the process of creating the words, the process of
Hmm,
putting them into the places and all that, and
hmm,
making something good and meaningful out of it, which can someone can be benefited from it, that thing.
hmm. Exactly, exactly. So, because when you are sharing your emotions and in the form of writing,
Yeah.
there are people. out there who may not be able to express themselves, right? And
Yes,
may
so they
not
can
be,
feel
yes,
ke yes, someone else is also
huh,
feeling. So I am not alone over there. सब लोग
yes,
expressive नहीं होते. Some cannot express
exactly,
themselves. So they
exactly.
can
Some,
actually they feel ke okay. They feel a bit
huh,
good. So that's
huh,
the thing. That's the only thing I
exactly.
posted, and I have published it my book. Varna, I used to keep it to myself. A lot of for 1.5 or 2 years, I used to keep the collection. I used to keep it to myself. I never posted it and all. But one day, one of my friend, I showed her, and she was like,
Hmm,
"You write pretty good. Why don't you post it?" I was like,
huh,
"I haven't posted like this, and I don't know how to do it all because I never did. I wasn't that expressive before.
hmm,
But then
hmm,
I started posting it and I felt good. And people
hmm,
started, my friends and all that. They started appreciating, "Yeah, you write very good" and all that. So that was the process. So uh, the my friends and all that, they have also encouraged me a lot to write and
hmm, hmm.
actually publish my book. So I'm not the alone to take the credit. My friends and family they're included in that.
Yes, of course. And thank God that they persuaded you and could get you to publish your work and put forward those words out there for people to read and cherish, right?
Yes.
Because probably many will benefit from them because
Yes.
those are
I hope
emotions that
so.
many a times people stay silent and they are doing their daily chores, they are doing their daily
Mm-hmm.
work non-stop.
Yes.
They don't speak much, but they are doing their daily work.
I was
And
the one. I was the one. You are describing me, the past
is it
me.
so?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. But
see,
now I'm
see,
totally
I
different.
wasn't, yeah, I wasn't aiming to describe you, but it ha
But you did
happened.
so.
Uh, yes, again, because I have seen people who are doing their daily work, right, and they want to say something, but they are unable to. Somehow,
They feel
I
kind of hesitation, right? Okay, what the other
yes,
person will think, यार, I am this big and I am talking so silly and all that. So ऐसा नहीं है. Even
hmm,
there's uh, a lot of talk about going to a therapist, psychologist, having talking
hmm, hmm,
sessions and all that. Uh, it's a very negative thing. मतलब जो साइकोलॉजिस्ट को लेके बिकॉज आल्सो आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन साइकोलॉजी इसलिए
hmm,
आई टोल्ड दिस कि गोइंग टू अ साइकोलॉजिस्ट इज नॉट कंसिडर्ड एज मतलब जो सोचते हैं ऐसा नहीं है इट
huh,
इज अकॉर्डिंग टू आज की दुनिया एंड द लाइफस्टाइल पीपल आर लिविंग दिस डेज इट
hmm,
इज अ नीड what I
exactly.
think is it is a need. At some point, you
Hmm,
need it. If you are getting frustrated and if you don't have the environment in your family or friends, you can discuss it to anyone. So it
hmm,
is totally fine and it is totally good and actually very good to go and think about your mental health and go to a psychologist because if we get a cut on a hand, physical cut,
hmm,
we don't ask 10 people, I should go or not, should I go or not? What are other people going to think about that? Until it
hmm,
gets infection and big fat. The
huh,
hand is big fat due to the cut, right?
hmm, hmm,
पहले ही you apply this turmeric or something. You do home remedy or अगर home remedy से नहीं हो रहा तो you visit the doctor, right?
exactly.
Same applies to the mental health also.
Hmm,
So we need to generalize this thing mental health को लेके.
hmm,
And
exactly.
also to
So,
answer your
hmm,
recent पहले का question के what inspired me to write this book and
hmm.
to go into poetry and all that is Ashish Bagrecha. You might have heard about him. He is an author, poet. He's
No,
quite
I
famous.
haven't.
He is quite
Sorry, I
famous.
haven't. I'm
Yes, yes.
see. I'm a typical biotechnologist who has read very few of poetry or creative books or fiction books. I'm
Okay.
typical of a biotechnologist. You talk to me about Ladish, Leninger, and ये
Leninger,
सारा चीज
oh,
क्यों
it is very
ठीक है
famous in the
you
biotechnology. Leninger,
yes
Dubai.
बायोकेमिस्ट्री आपका एंड आपका QA for immunology. You
Curating.
talk, yeah, you talk about these. I'm very much aware of those things. iGenetics by Peter J. Russell. I still remember
Genetics,
those books, right?
immunology, and
Yes.
all that.
Okay. So
Antibody
I still
disease.
yeah. So I am, though I'm creative and I write poetries, but I'm someone who has read very few books of other authors from the
Okay.
creative field.
But
Okay. Uh,
what I think is even the field which in we are in, like biotechnology, it is also very creative. Huh?
exactly. It is.
It is
See, it is
very creative.
applied science.
If you
Yes.
dive deep into it now, it is very creative, and I actually enjoy a lot
Exactly.
learning it.
Uh,
Yes.
exactly. So if you really understand the field, it is creative field only because biotechnology is bringing all those changes out there.
It's
Now we
just
have
exploring
landed
a body, exploring living thing, exploring, and
exactly. So
just exploring.
okay, and see a few things more that are coming up that are again a combination of spirituality and it's going to be part of biotechnology also. It's going to be frequencies, working with
Yes,
vibrations and
exactly.
frequencies, right?
Yes.
And the creativity, here comes the creativity again. We know about the Sanskrit language, that each mantra that is spoken has a particular frequency, right? So
Hmm.
it has an
Sorry,
impact on the body,
I'm not aware of this
right?
thing, but yeah.
Yes, there are research
Okay.
work, and
Okay.
similarly, whatever word, whatever
Hmm.
language, whatever word, how you speak it, okay,
Hmm.
it has a frequency, it has a sound attached to it, right? In normal way, also when we are speaking to someone, that also has a frequency attached to it, and it affects a person's mindset. Let's say when I'm talking to you softly, hi
Hmm.
Shifa, how are you? Or when I'm saying, hi Shifa, how are you? See, you might see the difference. You may not
Yes.
like the second tone, right? So that is an impact of the word and the sound or the vibration that was created by that word.
Okay.
It immediately impacted your mood or your
Yes.
emotions.
Yes.
So similarly, it affects the persons at the cellular level and the molecular level. So
Oh.
so that's why even now our creative people, the poets and the musicians, when they are composing the music and all, and the poets when they are using those words, and that's what I also believe, that the words have power to heal. So when you are writing it, how
That's
it
why I started
helps.
writing.
Yes,
That is
it
the
is
also reason I
healing.
started writing, because
Yes,
I very much
it.
believe in my name, healing, cure.
Yes. So शिफा का शिफा मिल रहा है लोगों को, right, through her
Yes, yes,
writing.
yes.
So keep on doing
Actually,
it.
when in Muslim community we make dua na,
हाँ हाँ
you know
हाँ
dua, so we
हाँ
say
दुआ,
कि
yes.
Allah तुम्हें शिफा दे.
हाँ.
uh, we say this statement कि Allah तुम्हें शिफा दे. That means कि may God heal you, or may God
Okay.
cure you from particular disease or anything you're going through.
Hmm.
So that is the thing.
Okay, that's a great thing, right? So your name is very powerful, and words you will be putting out there, they are also going to have that magic attached with it, because
I hope
that is
so.
Shifa from the God Himself, right?
Yes.
So it is God's word that is coming out, and that's why probably you were chosen to write.
हो सकता है. Even I think these days, I think like that कि okay, the work I'm doing, the poetry and all that, and the
Hmm.
niche I have selected, my poetry revolves
Hmm.
around my name, and it was coincidentally I selected it, and afterwards, after selecting, after writing, एक point पे आने के बाद I realized कि okay, my name's meaning is this, and I'm doing this. It is the same thing. So
Exactly.
there's a thing कि old people elder people say कि your life revolves around your name. ऐसा बोलते हैं. I don't know whether it's true or not, but after this I feel कि हो सकता है true. It might be
Exactly.
true. कि your
बिल्कुल हो
name's
सकता है.
meaning, आपका नाम का जो मतलब है उसके अराउंड आपकी लाइफ जो है वो रिवॉल्व करती है ऐसा।
Exactly. And probably you have that profession, or you are attached with some activities in your life which revolves around your name, and what does it mean, right?
हाँ.
Okay. So, do we have some more poems out there with you?
Oh, so are you thinking to just finish the book in this session or
No,
what?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, ऐसे
Okay,
दो
I'll
ही
just
तीन तो
recite
दो ही
one
तीन
last
तो
poem.
हाँ,
हाँ, तीन
वही
है तो
चीज है, हम
ठीक है, तीन से
थोड़ा
ज्यादा
सा
थोड़ा
और
मुश्किल हो जाएगा.
हाँ नहीं, अच्छी
I
चीजें
can
देखो
recite
ये है ना।
maximum three. Okay, okay, I'll
हाँ
just go with it.
हाँ
Okay.
नहीं, अच्छी चीजों के लिए थोड़ा सा देखो, ये है कि कोशिश करते हैं, हम कोशिश करते हैं थोड़ा सा,
वो कोशिश
पीपल गेट
करेंगे.
ग्रीडी।
We'll tell people to के link दिया है. You can buy a book from
हाँ
Amazon.
एग्जैक्टली,
We'll do that कोशिश
एग्जैक्टली,
also.
they will be doing it in the end of this video. Will be putting all the description link सारा रहेगा.
Uh,
Those who want to read the entire book poetry, उसमें कितनी collection है, कितने poems हैं आपके?
it's about 100 poems collection.
वाह, और 3 पोएम बोलने में तुमको वो लग रहा है कि सारी बुक पढ़ा दी है।
तो कम हो गया ना, 97 फिर रह जाएंगे. चलो, I'll
ठीक है,
recite it
ठीक
out. The last one,
ठीक है,
last poem, I'll recite it out. Okay.
हाँ ठीक है।
You look elegant with your bruises. You secretly mesmerize the souls around you. Don't you think sometimes you inhale all the beauty just to slay with little blisters within you?
वो अब इसको थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लेन करो तुम। I think people would love to hear the explanation of this poem.
Okay. So the first line goes
Yeah.
like, you look elegant with your bruises. मतलब you look very good and अभी कैसे होता है कि a lot of people feel uncomfortable with the scars, body scars. They have any scars, acne, या
हाँ.
फिर anything, any kind of scars. So they feel
Exactly.
hesitant to show, or they feel very low. Okay, we
हाँ,
have this thing.
बॉडी
So
शेमिंग होती है लोगों
yes,
का,
body
और इस
shaming,
तरीके से।
exactly. So
हम्म,
that's what I'm
हम्म,
appreciating के human है, वो आने वाली वो नेचुरल चीज है. बॉलीवुड की वजह से इट इज वेरी, ग्लास ग्लो होना चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं है. यू लुक एलिगेंट विद योर ब्रूसेस, यू लुक वेरी नाइस विद योर ब्रूसेस, यू लुक वेरी गुड,
हम्म,
you look beautiful. Even though if you have scars, you look beautiful. That's the meaning of the first line. You secretly mesmerize the souls around you. Okay, once you have the confidence to feel confident with your scars, obviously you are going to uh, inspire some other person who is into that phase, right? Who doesn't
एग्जैक्टली।
have the confidence to express
हम्म,
herself or himself with that scars. If you are confident to, you'll obviously inspire the other person, right? So that is the meaning of
एग्जैक्टली।
the second. Don't you think sometimes you inhale all the beauty? So
हम्म,
every time we say कि हाँ negativity है, negativity and all that. So it's just a random line कि sometimes don't you think you inhale beauty just to
हम्म,
slay with the little blisters with you within you. So it means कि slay करना मतलब, you know the meaning of
मारना।
slay.
हम्म,
Yes. नहीं, मारना नहीं. slay मतलब to कैसे बोलते हैं इसको? slay मतलब I don't have
हाँ,
right now, I cannot remember the
slay
other word
means
for that.
slay means to kill the blisters, or kill that person or something, right? You are talking about
No, no,
slaying,
no, no, no.
or
Slay
hmm,
with blisters means feel okay with your scars, okay? Just
hmm.
you're cool with your thing, okay? You have the scar, but you're cool with it. You're going like, cool, okay, I'm cool with it.
Okay, understood,
That
understood, understood.
Slay, SLAY, using
Mountain
that
slay, right?
SLAY. That
हाँ
slay I'm
हाँ
saying about.
हाँ,
Yeah,
okay,
so
okay.
that was the definition of the
English
slay.
is a very funny language.
Yes.
Okay, so understood what you are trying to say. जैसे पहले कहा तुमने कि
Hmm.
pain, one must first feel it, right?
Feel it.
And
Unless and until you do not feel it, it is not going to leave you.
or
It will turn into physical symptoms, some of the other.
exactly, and keep hurting you, right? It will
Yes, it
keep
is going
hurting
to
you.
keep hurt. It is recurring again and again. It is going to, until
Exactly.
unless and until you don't give, like for an example, if there is a baby, if the baby is
Hmm.
crying, that baby needs the attention. If you give the attention, that baby is going to stop crying, right? So the
Hmm.
pain, what I think is the pain, it's the same thing. If you give the attention, if you do not listen, what the pain is trying to say you, what the exact
Hmm.
issue is, why it is paining and what is hurting, and you do not solve the problem, it is not going to go away. It even if you forget the reason or the um, origin of the pain, it is going to come it in some another form, but it will
Hmm.
be there. It is not going away. It will come in other
Exactly.
forms,
Exactly.
but it will be there. So I said that key, to go away you must feel the pain in order.
Hmm. Exactly, to heal yourself and to let the pain go, right? Pain
Yes,
तभी
let
कम होगा
the.
जब एक बार, because I have experience, see I am hemophilic, हमारे जब joint bleed हो जाता है तो pain बहुत ज्यादा होता है। तो ऐसे में क्या होता है, देयर इज अ स्टेज जब जिस समय आपका एकदम आप बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकते, उतना पेन होता है, एक्सट्रीम पेन होता है, एंड फॉर सम आवर्स दैट स्टेज, बट वंस दैट स्टेज इज पास, धीरे धीरे स्लोली द पेन सबसाइड्स, इट गोस। फिर अगर स्वेलिंग है भी, यानी वो कंडीशन है भी, तो आपका पेन कम हो चुका होता है, यू आर नो मोर इन द कंडीशन ऑफ पेन, even if the wound remains, right? It is with the trauma also, what I feel. It is with the
Yes, so you are
emotions
talking
also.
about the physical pain, right? But I you are saying, but what I told the statement was in the aspect of emotions and
Yeah,
mental pain,
yes,
emotional.
I'm also, yes,
So,
I'm
yes,
also
yes.
trying to correlate it with the mental aspect also.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
okay, okay,
because
okay.
when you have accepted the pain, there will
Yeah,
be a stage where you have maximum felt that pain, because when you are accepting it, that is when you will feel the maximum
surrender. You should
impact of
surrender
that
to
pain,
it, right?
right?
You
Yes.
need to
So आप
surrender.
उस सम हाँ, सरेंडर, तो उस समय आप
Yes,
सबसे ज्यादा पेन फील करोगे,
yes.
right? And once you have surrendered and you have felt that maximum pain, now अब धीरे धीरे वो सबसाइड होगा,
फिर वो नहीं आएगा कभी.
then हाँ, फिर वो
It is
सबसाइड
going
होगा,
to
हील
diminish
होगा।
then. It is going to
Yes,
diminish.
yes, even
But if
if
you
that
keep
scar
avoiding it,
remains, yes,
it is going to come again. Again.
yes, it will come back, it's like वो दोबारा ट्रिगर हो जाएगा, तिबारा
Trigger
ट्रिगर हो
होगा.
जाएगा, it will
And
keeps
then
on
you have
getting
a big
triggered.
question mark कि भाई ये क्या हो गया?
Exactly,
You get
exactly.
confused.
So, hmm. So that's what happens. Okay,
Yeah.
Shifa, it was again. Now let's come back to some fun thing, right? Because we are into the
Okay.
last part
Very
of
much.
our talk.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
and we have had some serious things we have discussed. We have talked about a book. We have able to listen to your some really good, thoughtful books, your poetries. And
Okay.
guys, Shifa Sheikh is the author name, and the book name is Fragments. It's available on Amazon Kindle, so you can go and get your copy there. Okay, and the description section will be putting all the links there in the
And
description
also
section.
do let me know how have
You
you
like it,
related to the
right?
poems
Review
and
जरूर
how
दीजिएगा.
have you liked it or
हाँ,
not in the review section?
exactly.
That
So
will be much
उससे
more
क्या है?
helpful for me.
हाँ, हेल्पफुल,
Yeah.
एंड देन वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग फ्रैगमेंट्स के बाद कुछ हो सकता है चेन बने, राइट? क्योंकि अभी तो फ्रैगमेंट्स हो गए, अब
Even I
चेन
am
होंगे या
expecting, but देखते हैं.
हाँ, सो होपफुल, वी आर होपफुल। अब
Hopefully.
डीएनए फ्रैगमेंट्स हो गए हैं तो उनका आपको चेन या फिर कुछ आपको वो जोड़ने तो
Obviously,
पड़ेंगे, राइट? लाइगेशन तो करना पड़ेगा, अब तो
ligation
फ्रैगमेंट्स
तो
दिए
करना
आप।
पड़ेगा.
हाँ, लाइगेशन तो जरूरी है,
I am in the process
राइट?
of ligation only right now, but
Yes, yes. Okay. So, guys, we'll be sharing the link in the description section. And coming to the last part, तो थोड़ा सा how fun loving is Shifa? थोड़ा सीरियस टाइप की लड़की है या फिर फन लविंग है, हैप्पी रहना
वो
पसंद
हर
करती है?
टाइप की है. जैसे she is a serious situation में she is serious, और actually
हम्म।
serious situations में she is kind of funny.
सीरियस सिचुएशन में फनी?
Yes.
अरे बाप रे! तो फिर तो कई
और
बार लोग गुस्सा हो जाते
डांट
हैं,
भी
ये क्या
पड़ती
है?
है बहुत बड़े लोगों से घर में
हम्म।
कि इतना सीरियस सिचुएशन है and you're showing your teeth and you're laughing out, you don't have any
हाँ,
seriousness and all that, but
हाँ।
that's okay, that's kind of enjoyment life is.
ओके, ठीक है, ठीक है। ओके, सो व्हाट इज योर फेवरेट फूड?
Food, my favorite food. I cannot tell you one thing. I have a lot of favorite foods.
There is a question for you, Shifa. What
Okay.
triggered an author in you?
What triggered an author in me? Sorry, I did
Yes.
not get the question.
हमारे
Can you please
ऑडियंस ने
explain?
पूछा है, यानी व्हाट मेड यू टू बिकम एन ऑथर, यानी वही क्वेश्चन है कि आपने लिखना क्यों शुरू किया.
Okay, to answer this question, I had an issue of overthinking. Okay? So that I used to write my mind out, and in the same time, I used to read Ashish Bagrecha. I have his book called Dear Stranger, I Know How You Feel. You'll get it in
ओके.
on platforms. He's quite famous, so that led me to uh, पोइट्री कैन ऑल्सो बी पब्लिश्ड. इसके पहले आई नेवर न्यू के पोइट्री पब्लिश करते हैं या ऐसा कुछ, एंड आई वाज वेरी लीस्ट इंटरेस्टेड इन पब्लिशिंग एंड ऑल दैट. आई वाज लाइक कि कौन करेगा इतना, किसको इतना टाइम रहता है, एंड हु हैज दिस काइंड
हाँ.
ऑफ इंटरेस्ट कि इतना प्रोसेस करेगा, पैसे डालो, ये करो एक बुक पब्लिश करने के लिए. बट व्हेन आई गॉट इनटू इट, आई वाज लाइक कि नहीं, आई वांट टू डू इट. आई वांट this thing that I have it in my mind. I want to turn it into reality. I want that thing to exist here.
You wanted to
So
share your experiences with people, right?
yes, yes, yes. And also I had this idea in my mind that when I was going through this, so it was very tough to explain what was going in my mind, right? At
Hmm.
some point, until I did not understand what was the thing and what was the cycle,
Hmm.
it was a bit of tough thing to explain it to the other person. Ki exactly what should I say? Because even I'm not understanding what I'm going through.
Mm-hmm.
So with the help of poetries that I have written, you can give a hint to someone if you cannot express directly. You can The poetry can help you out to build a connection, a bridge in this particular topic. I can say.
Okay, okay. I hope that answers your question, Ahtesham Ahmed. Okay, sorry if I pronounced your name wrongly. ठीक
Ahmad,
है,
Ahmad,
माफी
Ahmad.
चाहूंगा आपसे. ठीक है. तो this is amazing, right? When we are going through that particular thing, it takes a lot of courage to actually even write them down, because at times we just suffer in our head, and that builds up and that builds more trauma, right? And to write
You
that
are exactly
down.
right. You are exactly right. When you face your insecurities, and at some point you feel the trauma, and at some point you feel ke, matlab, you cannot face that thing.
Hmm,
Even if it's you versus you, na, there's a lot of challenges to accept that thing for yourself.
exactly.
Just in the room, it's you and your thing and your insecurities. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of time, I can say. And सबका अलग है, सबको अलग courage लगता है. किसी को help लगती है, किसी को नहीं लगती है help.
हाँ,
कोई खुद से कर लेता है, किसी को ज्यादा टाइम लगता है, किसी को कम टाइम लगता है. तो इट्स वेरी सब्जेक्टिव टॉपिक. एंड प्लस किसको
exactly.
किस चीज से रिलीफ फील हो, कोई किस चीज में क्रिएटिव हो, ऐसे. तो इट इज
हाँ,
अ सब्जेक्टिव थिंग.
exactly.
कोई
So
बहुत जल्दी से हील कर लेता है, किसी को बहुत ही
hmm,
टाइम लगता है, किसी को हेल्प लगती है. सो दैट्स
hmm,
द थिंग.
of course, agreed with you. So guys, actually fragment is that courage, right? जब वो सिचुएशन रहता है, फ्रैगमेंट्स के आप जब पोएट्री पढ़ेंगे, देयर इज 100+ poems that you 100 poems that you will
या
be
100.
reading there, right? These are actually courage. Each poem is courage when you are in
You
that
have to
situation.
face at
Yes.
some point you have to face your insecurities. You cannot
Yes.
run from them, right?
Hmm. सो
So it's that
आप लोग के लिए रिकमेंडेशन है, जाएं बुक को ग्रैब करें. इट इज़ अवेलेबल ऑन अमेजोन एंड किंडल. डिस्क्रिप्शन में हम डिटेल्स और लिंक शेयर कर देंगे. एंड अगेन एक बार और मैं बता दे रहा हूँ, बुक नेम इज फ्रैगमेंट्स बाय शिफा शेख. ठीक है, तो बाकी लिंक आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगा. दोज हु सिर्फ नाम से सर्च करना चाहते हैं। अच्छा हाँ, शिफा आपके लिए एक और क्वेश्चन आया है, व्हाट वुड यू सजेस्ट टू द बडिंग पोएट्स। ये हम इसे एंड करना चाह रहे थे, तो मैं थोड़ा
Even
सा
I
एक दो
am
क्वेश्चन।
budding poet, and you're asking me. I'm not that big,
You
but
have
you
already
can write.
published one book. You have already published one book, so you have
It's an
taken
honor
that
to answer this
courage.
question. I have
Yeah, you
it's an honor to answer the question. Uh, so firstly, even I am a budding poet. Maybe the only answer I can give you is ki practice.
hmm,
You need a lot of practice and you need a lot of consistency. Uh, एक पॉइंट पे यू नीड टू इमिटेट द ones who are good, मतलब एक published है, जैसे for example I used to a lot of times imitate my favorite poet Ashish Bagrecha, not exactly, but I used to take a sentence and something and I used to try to write it in my own words, like रहता है ना, we take a prompt, right?
exactly.
Take a prompt from them and relate it through a life, माइंड में क्या चल रहा है, सिचुएशन क्या है, एनवायरनमेंट क्या है, एंड ट्राई टू मेक some meaningful thing, meaningful lines and all that out of it. So I can
Hmm.
say is uh, not exactly copy, but you can take a lot of learnings from already the ones who are poet, who are good in this field.
एग्जैक्टली exactly. यानी
Yes,
आप अपने सीनियर्स को फॉलो करें,
सीनियर्स को फॉलो
जस्ट
करें.
रीड मोर इफ यू
Read,
आर इनटू
yes,
पोएट्री,
exactly. अगर आपको
इफ यू आर
ऐसा मन नहीं है कि you need to write it, so if you feel कि yes, I don't have anything to write, I'm totally empty. So at that situation, you need to read, read and read. So read, practice and write. Uh, at the starting stage, you'll feel like कि, oh ये बहुत गंदा लिखा है. Even मेरे situation में भी ऐसा कि यार ये क्या लिख दिया, ये लोग हंसेंगे and all that. But एक point के बाद में फिर वो upgrade होते गई and बहुत learnings मिली. Challenge yourself कि you need to do it. You have to do it. Take it seriously.
एग्जैक्टली
That's
एग्जैक्टली
all.
एग्रीड विद शिफा ऑन दैट, आई एग्री विथ यू बिकॉज
But
मेरा खुद का भी
practicing
जब
reading and copying, not exactly copying, but following your seniors. These are the three
हाँ,
major things I can
स्टाइल
say.
डेवलप करने के लिए, बिकॉज एवरीवन
Yes,
हैज देयर ओन स्टाइल, तो
yes,
आपको स्टाइल किसका क्या कैसे है, थोड़ा सा अगर इफ यू वांट टू मेक इट इनटू प्रोफेशनल, थोड़ा सा अर्निंग चाहते हो, तो यू नीड टू ऑब्जर्व हाउ अदर्स हु आर सेलिंग द बुक्स, और उनकी राइटिंग सेल कर रही है, तो हाउ एंड व्हाई मोर ऑडियंसेस और मोर रीडर्स आर रीडिंग देयर
yes.
बुक और
Explore
फॉलोइंग
more
देम, यू
in
नीड टू
your field.
अंडरस्टैंड
If you are a poet, explore more about the
एग्जैक्टली
poets. Read, listen to poems, listen to open mics, poetries, and all that, and try to just juggle something, fix something, and वो होते होते हो जाता है. It's a
एग्जैक्टली
process.
एग्जैक्टली
Yes.
practice, okay, and
but
at first
but
you may be scared.
consistency is what you need in that. It is not going
Hmm.
to like happen it in 1 or 2 months. You are मतलब मुझे तो काफी time लगा था. I took me like 1 or 2 years to get into that कि भाई I can post it, right? कि
Hmm.
it is worth posting.
Exactly.
It,
It takes a lot
yes.
of courage. It takes a lot
So
of
it
courage.
takes
First to
patience
write it
also,
down.
patience,
Hmm.
courage. So that's all.
ये सारा चीज है. So I hope that answers your question. That all those budding authors or poets out there, you first you have emotions. So first you how to put your emotions together. You need to read from your seniors how they have done their work, right? And then
Right.
you can find your style as you start writing. Initially, you may not find it that it is worth, but again,
Uh,
keep on doing it,
you
practicing.
find
Karte.
your style after practice, and after one point
Exactly.
you find your style, and once you find your style, you're good, then you're good to go. You can do
Hmm.
it then.
Okay.
But
Okay.
until and
Uh,
unless you don't find your style, you have to little be consistent. You have to keep things and you have to try, and
hmm.
it's like that.
ठीक है. I hope you have got your answer now. तो Shifa, अब when you talked about prompts and all those things, right?
Mm.
Life में what are your prompts for your poems?
Poems, self
Yes.
love.
Sunflower.
That's the only thing. Self love.
Okay. Okay. Self love. Okay. So, in future also, when we are expecting some other book from you, are they going to be related to self-love only, or something more diverse now?
Uh, they are going to be around and about to self-love only, in that dimensions only.
अच्छा, बायोटेक्नोलॉजी सो एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं करना है.
एक्सपेरिमेंट करके इसको फाइनल किया है, सेल्फ लव.
Okay, okay, ठीक है, ठीक है. So, but again, yes, whatever topic it is so broad. एक book में या कुछ poems में, it cannot be covered.
And the word self-love is so small, but when you dive deep into that, there are various fragments. There are very much things to talk about which people do not talk, or
Hmm,
they feel shy to talk about. There comes
hmm,
mental issues. There comes physical issues, body
hmm,
shaming. Many people are disabled. They have some physical parameters. So
hmm.
it is a wide subject. What I think is you can write a lot of things on that. It is when you go deep into the self love, there are various fragments and various subtopics, you can say, uh, which you can use as prompt, and which needs to be generalized, and which society needs to talk about and make it normal to people,
Hmm.
because the ones who are suffering through this issue, they generally don't have that courage to talk.
Exactly, exactly. So, what we understood through, अब हम last अपने एकदम last part में हैं. So what I understood is this happy girl जो थोड़ा एकदम थोड़ी चुलबुली type है, बड़ी serious topic पे सोचती रहती है, right? And she writes and deep thinking stuff कि जिसके बारे में अगर आपको पढ़ना है, they can go and read your fragments, your poetry collection. Kindle और Amazon पे available है. People can go and read. So that's a drastic change in the personality, which you appear to the world out there, but when you take your
That's what
pen
again I'm
or
saying,
when you're
fragment, personality
yes,
difference, fragments.
that's what. That's
That's
what.
the word revolves around the person, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I'm fun
exactly.
loving, but I'm thinking on the serious topic. I've written this, but
Hmm.
I'm fun loving,
Exactly.
as you said.
Exactly. That's what.
चुलबुल
That's
हूँ.
what.
These are the
हाँ.
fragments जो इंसान को बनाता है, personality बनाता है.
Hmm. So probably those things, those poems are going to be enlightenment for some of you guys out there. कि आपके emotions और आपके fragments को आपको touch करने में मदद करेगा. And one more time, I would like to now last thank you Shifa for
You're
being
most
part of
welcome.
this creative talk और हमें आपने समय दिया अपना. और काफी
Right?
चीजें हमने डिस्कस की, काफी अच्छी बातें की. एंड आपके बुक में काफी कुछ मिलेगा लोगों को इन द फॉर्म ऑफ पोएट्री, समथिंग दैट दे विल गेट फ्रॉम दैट बुक. जो अगर सेल्फ हेल्प
I
बुक
hope
बोला
so.
जाए तो दिस इज अ सेल्फ हेल्प बुक दैट इज इन अ पोएट्री फॉर्मेट,
Yeah.
right? So people can go and buy and read it for helping themselves or people they love, whom they think that may need those fragmented words to heal. So, guys, once again, it's
Try
available
it
on
then
Amazon and Kindle. Yes, yes, yes. And now, final message from you. Now the stage is yours.
uh,
कुछ भी
final
मैसेज
message.
हमारे ऑडियंसेस के लिए.
uh, a message is कि आप जिस फील्ड में भी creative हो, so keep going in that. Don't feel के you're not getting that attraction, you're not getting that traffic. Just if you're creative in something, and if you enjoy a particular thing as I did, just go with it, and with time, and with uh, your efforts, and with God's grace, you'll go to some point. And if you actually do not practice the things you have God has gifted you, means as in creativity, so they are going to just get trusted in you. And after some time you'll feel ke yaar, I had this ability, and I was so creative, but I did not use it and all that. So it's better to be oops than what if.
Exactly, exactly.
Yes. To think,
So
yeah,
that's it.
in 80s and 90s, you're thinking like, yeah, what if I did this? I would have done that. I would have done painting. I was so good in painting. I would have struggled for 1 or 2 years. But it's better to be oops, ki, yaar, I did it and it went terribly and it was terrible. So
Hmm,
that's the message.
exactly. So
And
दोस्तों,
more importantly,
hmm,
be yourself. Express yourself, whether it be good, bad, anything. Express yourself. Be good. Be happy. That's all. Thank you.
एग्जैक्टली सो ऑन दैट नोट कि बी हैप्पी गाइस, सब लोग जो यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं, बाद में देखेंगे इस वीडियो को और हमारे पॉडकास्ट में सुनेंगे इसको, आप सभी को बी हैप्पी। एंड शिफा ने आज काफी कुछ बताया और उनकी किताब फ्रैगमेंट्स अगेन, इट्स अ पोएट्री कलेक्शन, इट्स अवेलेबल ऑन अमेजोन एंड किंडल। डिस्क्रिप्शन सेक्शन में सारा डिटेल और लिंक दिया होगा, सो यू कैन गो एंड ग्रैब योर कॉपी देयर। और नेक्स्ट टाइम हम फिर मिलेंगे, क्रिएटिव टॉक्स का सीजन 3 शुरू हो चुका है एंड हम अपने थर्ड गेस्ट से मिलेंगे। अब वो मैं नहीं बताऊंगा अभी, वो कुछ दिन के बाद जब लाइव होने वाला होगा उसी समय बताऊंगा, डिस्क्लोज करूंगा। तब तक आप लोग सब अपना खूब ध्यान रखें। धन्यवाद।